Welcome back to the Floor Chapstick podcast. Fuck.
To hear more options, press 0. What are you talking about?
It's about as much as you're getting from me, buddy.
All right. Well, welcome back. That was an interesting cold open, I guess.
If that doesn't scream this show, I don't know what does.
Yeah. Well, also, you took 6 fucking minutes to come up with that.
Okay, it was not 6 minutes.
Okay, 4.
Yeah, and I couldn't
4
come
minutes
up with
to
anything.
come up with. Fuck.
I couldn't come up with anything, so you weren't helping. You told me to praise Daddy Donald for giving me his cummies.
Yeah. Giving you his cummies. What is his cummies? Are you going to explain to them what you're talking about?
Yeah, so by the time that this episode comes out, most people should have gotten it by now, but the stimulus
yeah.
Well, the people who are supposed to have gotten them by now, at least through direct deposit, will have gotten it.
Dude, if I don't, I'm rioting.
So
I don't get this.
You guys listening should probably already know that the stimulus checks have been going through since the beginning of this week, or I guess in terms of this episode,
Since
beginning
Friday.
of last week. And I got mine this morning, so Wednesday morning. I know, dating the episode, bleh. But I got mine, and Nate is still waiting for his, and I find that hilarious. Nate,
Well,
how do you
since
feel
you
about
dated
that?
the episode, we might as well do the. No, we're not gonna do that later.
Okay.
Whatever,
Okay.
They see in Twitter.
Yeah. But yeah, so $1,200. Woke up, found that in my bank account. Pretty happy about that. Immediately put half of it into savings because I don't trust myself with money.
I know I don't trust myself with money, and I've already planned what I'm gonna spend it on.
See, I had like ideas, but I didn't have set plans. There's only one thing that I know for a fact.
I know how much I'm gonna save.
Well, I get paid this week too, so
I
get
know.
to.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is my.
So I'm getting an extra. Essentially, everything I threw into savings plus some is like I'm getting almost an entire stimulus check's worth of savings. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Jeez.
Thankfully, I'm not one of those people who needed it. I'm just one of the people who benefited from it.
I'm one of those people who needed it. I mean, I got bills I gotta pay and stuff too, but I also got stuff that I need to get that's to stimulate me.
That's not
it's a stimulus check.
That's not.
Gotta feel stimulated.
Well, I already no. But one thing, I guess, so what are some things that you would like to share that you would buy with your stimulus check?
Things that I would like to share.
Yeah. So things that you were willing to put out onto the show.
A Nintendo Switch.
Fair enough. Good luck finding one.
Yeah, I mean, eBay. Gotta wait.
Yeah, good luck finding on eBay. It's like $450 minimum on there.
I'm waiting for a Nintendo to restock.
Yeah,
And
good
then
luck.
either that or probably a PS4 as well, from a Switch for for you know who, and then a PS4 for myself so I can play the show. Only because I can play the show.
Yeah, I already have a PS4, thankfully, so I don't have to worry about that.
Household internet.
Yeah, that'll be
That's
helpful.
the number one thing.
Yeah,
is
that would be
household
helpful.
internet. and I haven't had this since I was like, we had it for like 2 years in high school, and then we've never had it since. So it's like, for some people, it's like they've had it their entire life and they don't know what it's not. What it's
I didn't
like
have
to
it
not have
until like junior year of high school.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Hmm?
Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm not talking about household internet.
Oh.
This next thing I'm talking about.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
have it until we had it for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore, junior, and senior year of sophomore, junior, senior year of high school. So 3 years. And then when I moved here, we didn't have it. And that is motherfucking cable.
Oh.
I am getting cable. I know you've never seen like a white person or anybody just freak out as much about cable as I do, but it's like someone. It's like in the 1800s, you'd find a gold brick. You know how Indiana Jones would like search for the gold bricks, and he would like put the bag.
I got it.
Like the cable box is the thing, and then this is like the fake thing, and I'd be like cable, and then
It's not a very apt analogy, I will say, but we'll go with it. But see, I actually have grown up with cable for a while now. There was a good period where we didn't have cable, But for the most part, I've had that. I'm actually
Do you know how privileged we sound?
Sure.
Talking about
but when I move
cable?
out, whether I live with you guys or whether I live on my own, whatever the case is, I'm not paying for cable. I will pay for internet. I will do whatever, but cable is not a thing in which
That's
I will
why you
partake.
got to get the bundle.
Well, no, sure, that'll save you money, but like if I end up moving out on my own or with other roommates, like a couple friends that I have that don't watch cable, we're only getting the internet package.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
60, $70 a month split between 3 people.
I'd get cable because I want to get NFL Network and like ESPN and FX and stuff like that. And I don't want to pay $55 a month for Hulu with live TV.
I can stream 90% of that, maybe not by, the most proper of means, but I can still do that. I'm not too concerned with having cable.
We're not saying it's illegal.
Not saying it's illegal. It's just very frowned upon by the law.
Yeah. Dude, do you remember those pirating DVD commercials?
Yeah, I do.
That were like, there's like, Pirating
is not a victimless crime.
And it's like a hard rock music video the entire time.
They did the same thing around the same time with like the anti-drug commercials.
Yeah.
It's like fucking wailing on a guitar.
Oh, dude, do you remember the one where she's got like the frying pan and she was like,
"This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs."
No, this is your brain on heroin. And she's like beats the shits out of eggs. I saw this one video. It was like, so bitch, you gonna cook me some eggs? Because that was my last fucking egg.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, I get the point you're trying to make, but why are you wasting food?
Yeah, I mean,
or like the one where they're like this and on the fucking bed or like flat.
For our audio listeners, he is laying in a slumped position.
I think we have more.
It's about equal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's about equal. So
whatever.
Either way, so is that all you were gonna buy with your newfound
What'd I say?
cash?
So video game consoles,
Cable,
internet and cable package. Oh, probably we're probably gonna get a new camera for the.
Yeah, probably. I want to do different like one angle for you, one angle for me, and then I have a GoPro to do like the main angle, which. God, that's gonna take a lot of editing, but I think it'll make the show better.
So,
like it'll be a little bit more interesting to watch than just what we have now.
It'll be more professional.
That's air quotes. That was very much like 2 episodes ago with the professional thing.
The video quality will
professional is a very loose word. We'll go with that.
It'll be a higher quality.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
It'll be higher quality. The content will probably still be shit.
Not probably. It will still be mediocre.
Even until we get like a good sponsor. Well, no, we won't get that until we get some better content.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need better content to get anything like that.
Hey, America, do something fucked up. More fucked up. All right.
Okay then. But yeah, I mean, there have been a couple things that I've thought about for what I wanted to buy. But I've come to the conclusion there's only one thing that I really need to buy, and even then I don't need to buy it now. But that's a new chest protector for hockey. Because did you see that one bruise I had from probably 2-3 months ago that I got hit in the stomach?
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I've been wanting to buy for a while, and now I finally have the excuse. But other than that, I don't think I really have anything that I would genuinely go out and buy myself right now.
You know what I was just thinking about content-wise?
Oh my god.
Because we don't put a lot of work in like prior to recording.
I mean,
I think if we did, we would have a little bit better like.
Why is this something that we're talking about on the show?
Because it's funny. People think it's funny.
I don't know about that. Guys, tell us, please.
How are they gonna fucking tell us? We ask that all the time, and all we get is a good job or a nice video.
Hey, it doesn't hurt to put the question out there.
Hey, I put a tweet out today. And it didn't get any likes or responses.
That's because no one follows you.
No, 40 people follow me, and then like 13
40.
people follow the Twitter. Oh, 14 now. We got one. Oh, speaking of...
So many followers. What was that, 1/1,000,000th of Charlie D'Amelio?
We're speaking of Charlie D'Amelio. Her and what's his name broke up today, I guess.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't even know who that is.
I thought you were using that as a transition. Anyway, back to my point. We're going to have merchandise coming soon. And you heard me right. That's merchandise. Merchandise. And by that, I mean T-shirts. And by T-shirts, I mean plain white T-shirts with the logo ironed on.
I was just hoping that you would say plain white T-shirts. That's it. Just go to Walmart, pick up a couple bags of the Hanes like 5-packs.
It's just like when someone buys one, just write FCP in the top corner with Sharpie.
Yeah, just on the collar right here.
Yeah, like right on the collar, just FCP.
There you go.
And buy turtlenecks. You gotta buy the turtlenecks. So when you wear the turtleneck, it just says FCP, but in different colors. Each white T-shirt is a different color, letter scheme.
I don't know if that's a very
No,
viable
I'm just
thing
kidding.
to do.
No, it's gonna be for now. They're white T-shirts, ranging in sizes from small to extra large, and
no love for the fat
don't
guys.
worry. I don't know what Hobby Lobby has. Okay, so I have to go and I have to buy the shirts. I have to get the iron-on paper. Then I'm gonna print out the logo, take it to our merchandise person. And then they're gonna make the shirts for us, and then I will get the shirts back. And then we'll talk about a price.
Thanks for explaining the whole process.
A few people get free shirts.
A few.
You
hear that, guys? All 2 of you.
There's 3 people that get free shirts now, including not including us, but
I would hope we would get free shirts.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm gonna charge you for a shirt.
Okay, fuck off.
But no, yeah. So yeah,
yeah. No.
We're gonna dive right into this episode here. What were we gonna talk about first? Oh, the Browns' new uniforms this week. They look exactly like a team that starts with C and ends with Chicago and Bears.
They have a very similar look. Like the biggest thing is the stripes on the sleeves and the stripes on the socks. That's pretty much all it is. But I can see where you're coming from because they have the dark with the white, ones with the dark with the white pants and vice versa.
They say it's a throwback to their title years. Lord knows when that was.
Title years. What, 1941?
I think it was 85. They won a. No, it wasn't. It was in the.
They definitely didn't win. They haven't won a Super Bowl.
Yes, they have.
The Browns have never won a Super Bowl.
They've won a title.
They've won an AFC title maybe one time in the past 100 years.
It was 86, 87, 88, somewhere around there.
I don't even remember the last time. I don't remember last time the
Bernie
Browns were in the playoffs.
Kosar was quarterback.
I think the last time the Browns were even in the playoffs was 2003, if that. Or it might have been 2006. Whatever. There was 1 year in the past 20 that they've been to the playoffs, and 4 years that I can recall offhand that they've actually been good.
This year, though, has been a lot of from recent memory. I can't remember as many off-season uniform updates as there has been this year.
Are you talking about for the NFL or in all sports?
For the NFL.
Okay, yeah.
Because the Colts, they updated their logo-ish and their uniform barely. The numbers,
air quotes around modified.
Yeah, and the numbers, which is cool. The numbers look cooler.
Yeah.
And the woodworking looks
The woodworking
looks stupid. But out of all the uniforms that have been updated off season, Atlanta definitely has the coolest.
I like Atlanta, and I really like Tampa's, just because Tampa is the throwback kind of thing.
I like Tampa's gray and red one.
I think we talked about this last week, so we won't go too far into it. But
I didn't say though that. WBC root beer. This is a really good root beer.
Good to know. Thanks for sponsoring us.
No, I wish. I totally wish. That would be amazing. Windy City something. Windy City Brewing Company or something like that.
Probably.
Make root beer. It's non-alcoholic. Obviously, it's root beer.
It's root beer. Of course it's not.
Well, no, there's the Not Your Father's Old Fashioned.
Yeah,
root beer,
but typically when you say root beer, it doesn't imply that it's alcoholic ever, unless you say alcoholic root beer, which I don't think very many people still drink nor associate with. Don't give me that look.
I like alcoholic root beer.
I'm not saying that it's not good and all, which I mean I personally don't like it because it still just tastes like beer, but still.
What, root beer? You don't like
root beer?
Like the
Not Your Father's root beer and the Not Your Father's Mountain Dew and shit. That tastes like beer to me.
Do you like root beer?
I like root beer, yeah, of course. Especially, okay, what's your favorite root beer?
Ooh, Sparkers.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Barks. I love Barks root beer.
I didn't find out. Right. I didn't find out it was Barks until 6 weeks ago.
What did you think it was?
Bangs.
What? Okay. So let's move on from that because I don't even want to get into how you thought it was Bangs. But okay. So, What you got for us, Nate? You had a couple things that you had planned for us at the beginning of the week. I didn't look at them. I'll be 100% honest.
Oh, we're going into current events already?
Yes.
We're not. We're gonna. I thought we were gonna have a longer episode.
Yeah, we are. So we're not.
Okay. Excuse me, I might sneeze. So first thing this week, I have to go back and find them. Here we go.
There they are.
Shit. Sorry, my mind went blank. So as we all know, we've all seen Tiger King at this point.
I have not.
All right, so Austin lives under a rock, and hasn't seen Tiger King. And if you know, and if you've seen Tiger King, you know that the most recent episode, The Tiger King and I, was kind of like it was an after show. It was kind of shittily done, obviously, because of the quarantine and stuff like that. It would have been cool to see them all together. But the producer of Joe Exotic's show, Rick Kirkham, came out and said that Joe Exotic was actually not only terrified of tigers, but he just outright shot 2 tigers for no reason in the head. Just, not outright. And he also told a story about one time a lady brought her horse to the zoo. Her horse was old. She wanted to have it put out to pasture, and she brought it to Joe Exotic, and Joe's like, "Oh, I'll give it a good life, yada yada yada, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, as soon as the lady left, Rick Kirkham said that Joe Exotic told him to get his camera and start filming. They shot the horse, chopped it up into pieces, and fed it to the tigers.
The fuck?
Yeah.
But why?
And like the Netflix documentary didn't cover that. Quote, that was just kind of the guy he was. He enjoyed seeing people and animals hurt. He enjoyed it, and he said he got off on it. He said he'd kick a chicken into a tiger cage just to watch it get mauled. Or when Joe Exotic was in a bad mood, he'd do that.
Jesus.
He said he called Joe Exotic pure evil and said he can't believe how people could watch the show and have any sympathy for him. So I'm going to be the first to admit that I was one of the people after I watched the show, I was like, free Joe Exotic, fuck Carol Baskin. I'm still like, fuck Carol Baskin, but I'm still like, fuck Joe Exotic. Because they're both terrible people because they both keep tigers in cages. Obviously, animals shouldn't be kept in captivity, but at the same time, they don't have much of a wild to go back to.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what the fuck are you going to do?
Sure.
Not treat them how Joe Exotic treated them, obviously. And fucking shoot them and fucking kick, terrorize them. It's just.
Was there a point, or did you just did you think it was interesting?
He says it's idiotic to think how he's become famous as the Tiger King when he's so terrified of big cats, which I just think is so interesting that like this documentary, which is obviously going around now, is the most watched documentary of all time, has captivated this country. And there's so many people that are like, oh, my nose is itchy. Free Joe Exotic, help Joe Exotic, whatever, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, this comes out and they're like, oh, they're just blowing it off. To me, this is like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, that guy should rot in jail. Like, what the fuck?
To say the least, that's for sure.
Do you know what Cloudflare is?
Nope, no clue.
So Cloudflare is a, web search engine, another web search engine powered by Google.
Okay.
And you know what the reCAPTCHA is, right?
Yes.
How you log into this stuff.
Yeah.
So Google's gonna start charging their outsourced websites to use the reCAPTCHA function, and they're gonna start charging websites that use Google's reCAPTCHA function, like the IRS stuff like that. When you're filling out applications and stuff like that, they're gonna start charging for that. And Cloudflare is one of the biggest. It's like Canadian. It's like Firefox in Canada.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So they're ditching Google's reCAPTCHA and they're creating their own called hCAPTCHA, which is a simpler and more effective way to check someone's identity rather than.
Under what research has it been shown to be more effective though?
Artificial intelligence now has passed. It's easier for an artificial intelligence to pass Google reCAPTCHA than it is the average human.
Okay, now the thing is that how long has that AI been given the time to figure out how the recapture works?
It has the AI has the memory of the average human being, which the average human being AI right now is a 35-year-old. It's a 35-year-old who's like, the average American male, 35 years old. That's the average. That's the AI that they're using.
I get that. I get the way that they're setting up the AI. But how much time did they give the AI to like? I want to know under what conditions was that set up? Because you can give an AI
that's not stated.
That's exactly my point. Is that we're more accurate and we're gonna be able to prove identity way better than reCAPTCHA because the AI has only had a day to try and figure out ours versus it's had all the like fucking 3.
It says it's 12% of all internet it was 12%.
I'm just saying, like 3 decades of reCAPTCHA. I'm sure that's an over exaggeration, but say it's been 3 decades. Of course, the reCAPTCHA is going to get figured out. Now, how much easier is it going to be for them to figure out how HCAPTCHA can be exploited?
Right.
So I understand why they're doing it, and I'm not saying that it can't be useful or beneficial. But the whole point in saying that, we're able to protect you more, how accurate is that really? Because I just don't trust a new setup like that without having extensive testing. And usually when you have a bunch of testing, you point that out saying, this is from a decade of us trying to get this figured out. And now we have something that's comparable. Yeah, that makes sense. But if you just made it and all of a sudden it's more accurate than reCAPTCHA, I need to see the proof, I want to see an AI take on reCAPTCHA versus HCAPTCHA, the exact same AI, no prior knowledge of anything. It's just very basic,
Yeah.
So I want to know. I want to know all of the stipulations that it runs off of because I just can't see it being viable yet. And I hope that they actually do more testing before they try and put out those claims more.
Yeah. So do you remember a few weeks ago when we talked about how the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, was stepping down?
Yeah.
So it turns out he took his powers back. So now he's CEO again, which is interesting.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Because this is the 4th time he's done that since 2013, which is postponing his retirement.
Okay.
And he said that he did that because he felt like his replacement he said his replacement lacked a masterclass on leadership.
I mean, it's kind of a
which is kind of like a bold thing to say about the person who is going to replace you. Like,
it's also kind of a blanket statement that doesn't really say a lot.
A masterclass of leadership. Like, first of all, what the fuck does that even mean? And second of all, that's a massive fucking statement to say that someone lacks. Like, you lack a masterclass of leadership. Like, I don't know what. First of all, I don't know what the fuck that means, but I would be like, oh shit, like,
fucking
I'd be like,
calling you.
I'd fucking
out.
twist my wrist. I'd twist my wrist, and I'd be like, sorry, like, I'd fucking bitch out and walk away. Sorry.
That's fair. I get that.
That's not something like that's like newsworthy. It's just something I thought interesting.
Something was interesting. I honestly don't even remember you bringing that up last week. To be complete,
no, I brought it up a couple weeks ago that he
okay.
stepped out.
Fair enough.
It was like 3 weeks ago.
Then I definitely don't remember.
The last thing I wanted to talk about with current events that I thought was really cool, to me at least, is that the Animaniacs are set to make a revival.
They already did on Netflix like 2-3 years ago.
But that wasn't with the original voice cast.
Oh, you mean they're going to start making new episodes?
They're going to start making new episodes.
Got it. Okay.
With the original voice well, that was so they put the original episodes on Netflix.
On Netflix,
right.
and then they took them away.
They
and
took
now
them
Hulu
away.
has it.
Now Hulu has it. So they're making new episodes with the original voice cast, and they're airing
cool.
a fall 2020 premiere, which is only a few months away, which is really cool to me because that was a huge Animaniacs fan.
What's funny is I didn't watch them so much when I was younger, but when they put it on Netflix, I got super excited and watched like the whole series.
Yeah.
I was watching it at school on my iPad.
What have you been binging on Netflix recently?
I actually haven't touched my Netflix account in probably about 3 weeks. The last show that I watched was there were a couple. First, I was watching Stranger Things with my parents. Then it was Total Drama Island. Didn't get to finish that.
Is that still on there?
Yeah. I mean, last time I checked, it was, 4 weeks ago at least.
Huh.
So I was watching that. I started to watch Yu-Gi-Oh for some reason one night. I think I might have been, not sober.
Yeah.
I just started watching Yu-Gi-Oh. And then the same thing with Naruto. I started watching. I think I got through pretty much the first season.
Dude, you know what I discovered was on Hulu that apparently has been on Hulu since 2016? Drake and Josh.
Yeah, that's the only reason I still touch Hulu. Is that there are a lot of shows like that.
Is it the entire series on there?
I think so. I want to say. I remember during the remodel when I was working there, for some reason, like the last week, I was like, you know what? Never liked the show. I still don't like it now.
What?
No, not Drake and Josh.
Oh.
I was gonna say no. This show that I started watching, never liked it when I was younger. Never liked the culture around it. Still don't like it all that much.
Hey Arnold.
No, I never watched that when I was younger. But
Fucking hate that show.
no, Invader Zim.
Yeah, I didn't really get that
I don't
either.
understand the hype behind it. I've seen so many people just fucking adore the show, call it like it was their childhood.
Dude, it's like an alien version of Pinky and the Brain.
Except for Pinky and the Brain was good.
Yeah.
What was it? There was one show I wanted to say. Oh,
Ren and Stimpy.
yeah, Ren and Stimpy.
That show was so fucked up. They had to take it off television.
I liked when I was real young. I liked Cow and Chicken too.
Yeah.
Same vein. Like,
that one
was,
is fucked up
yeah.
too.
You know what show is? You know what show is fucked up that not a lot of people really talk about for being fucked up? Just that it was a great show. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, that
Oh
show
my
was.
God,
The
that's
creators of that
such-
show were on drugs.
Oh my God, I
Like,
need
they
to
were-
try that because I have not done that yet.
They were tripping acid like
Yeah.
a motherfucker.
That was a great show. The soundtrack was so good.
Yeah.
Like that's.
That's Courage when he talks.
I was gonna say that sounded less
Shut
like
up, you
Courage.
dog!
It's Stupid Dog. He always called
Yeah.
him Stupid Dog.
You stupid dog! And then
Um,
Muriel.
spot on impressions. Let me
I
say
know.
A plus.
It's the easiest impression you can do, or Tasmanian devil. That's the easiest impressions you can ever do. What are your impressions?
I don't do impressions because I
Well,
know I can't.
Let's see which ones you think you can.
I just said I don't do
All right.
any.
Well, what are your top 2 impressions that you would attempt to do if you could? Attempt. That means attempt them now.
I'm not gonna attempt them because I'm terrible at impressions.
So
when
am
was
I.
in-
I'm doing
when
it
I was
right
in
now
high
anyway.
school and my voice was a little bit less like it was a bit higher
Womanish?
up. Yeah. I was able to do a pretty decent Cartman. I can't do it as much now.
Screw you! I can't do it.
You guys, I'm going home.
you guys! I'm going home.
No, kids, my papa.
I'm not fat. I'm Big Band.
So that one I used to do a pretty good one.
Big fat bitch.
Look, we're not gonna be doing impressions. That was one that I used to be able to do, and then there was an episode when we were talking about the Raiders, and I did the John Gruden one accidentally pretty okay.
Oh yeah.
That one was pretty good. I like to do the China from Trump, but it's not an actual impression. I just like saying China
China.
like him.
The Chinese. I used to do a really good Trump impression when he first got elected. It was really easy for
I
me to
can't
do it. But no.
I can't do Trump. Like I can't get behind Trump impressions when they're under certain guidelines. Like
My Obama impression's getting better.
my Obama impression is god awful.
My fellow Americans. I got his
that's,
cadence. I got his cadence down.
The cadence is the easiest part.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is not the time to wait, but the time to suck some fucking nipples. I don't know what I'm saying, dude. I'm just trying to keep the train rolling here.
The train's been going. I don't see a problem with it. So, let's.
Choo choo. I
Let's
hope
get
in
that train
post editing you
rolling.
put like steam.
I won't. Just to
train
make you look
rolling.
stupid. So, to keep this train rolling, why don't you help lead it into our next segment? It's a segment that you told me that we're doing.
Yes.
Very last second.
All right, so we're going to introduce a new segment on today's episode. We were actually going to introduce 2, but first one, Austin fucking forgot the equipment for because I sprained it on him Well, I didn't sprain this one on him, the first one on him last minute. I reminded him and he forgot. That was supposed to be our first segment with Farina and Sports with Farina. No, it's not. Shut up. No, it's not. Shut up. I have the text to prove it. No, it's not. Shut up. I'm gonna throw this pen at you, and it's. Did you catch that last week?
I don't remember if that was that during the murder story.
Oh, you know what? No, I think it was after.
I still have the footage.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'll
see
figure
if
it
you
out.
can find it. But,
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes. So
this new segment.
This
Jesus.
new segment.
Way to get the train to a grinding halt.
My music picked up the train again. What's jazz train keep rolling here? We're gonna introduce a new segment today called Austin's Music Corner. It's gonna come up with the better title, but here is a slam logo. Bam! He's gonna have to do that because it's his segment. So now he's gonna put it in twice, and I'm gonna make him do it. Bam! A third time. All right. Anyway, so this is Austin's Music Corner. I'm gonna turn it over to Austin, where he's gonna give us the artists he's been listening to the most this week and some deep cuts that he thinks we need to listen to. So take it away, bud.
Hello, and welcome to Austin's Music Corner.
Inside the Music Corner with Austin. Oh God, rest in peace to inside the what's his name? Who was it? The Inside the Actors Studio.
Fuck if I know.
He just fucking died recently.
Poor guy. Let's get off of that. So the artist that I ended up choosing was it. I actually this ended up working well because I don't usually listen
James
to,
Lipton.
Okay. I don't usually listen to like one artist at least very regularly. It'll happen in like, you know, certain times I'll like get real caught on an artist.
Right.
So this one happened to land on one of those times. The artist that I chose is Stevie Ray Vaughan. Do you know who Stevie Ray Vaughan is?
Yes, I know who Stevie Ray Vaughan is.
So I don't. So the reasoning is that I have plans coming up for the start of this upcoming month. So the start of May. I have a plan for Instagram related
I was gonna
stuff.
say Instagram. I was gonna say.
No. I have Instagram related stuff that I'm gonna do. It's for the entire month of May. It's something every day.
That's 2 weeks from now.
Oh, I was very confused. Like, no, that May is longer than 2 weeks, Nate. But one of the things involved.
I'm not that dumb.
Well, one of the things involved Stevie Ray Vaughan. So I started listening to one of his songs in particular that I needed to know, and I'm like, God, I really like Stevie Ray Vaughan. Now, I would say the song, but I mean, anyone who knows me knows who my favorite, like what my favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan song is.
They don't.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be a surprise.
You're supposed to tell the song.
No, you said deep cuts or the songs that I particularly enjoy from them. I will say the song that I'm going to use, but I'm not going to say that it's the song that I'm going to use. To be fair, because it needs to be a surprise. It needs to be a surprise because that's not until later.
This
next
is
month.
your segment. I'm not going to tell
I'm
you how to
just saying.
control your own segment.
He says while trying to control my segment.
All right.
Either way, so I started listening to the song,
to control it,
and so I realized how much I miss listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan. That was one of the few artists that my dad and I would listen to fairly regularly with each other. That and like Metallica, Guns N' Roses, stuff like that. But Stevie Ray Vaughan was always one that we got along with and always liked listening to. So I mean, a lot of people consider like B.B. King the king of blues, or like a couple other guys the king. Like there are a couple kings of blues.
SRV's the king of blues.
Stevie Ray Vaughan is fucking the man.
Stevie the King.
He's the main reason that I started wanting to learn blues. Like I knew like blues scales and like I didn't know any blues songs.
Yeah, he's one of the like you said. I think he's the reason why I want to like get a guitar because I just want to get like I've said before. I only want to get a guitar so I can sit in my room with an amp. And
he's the reason I want to buy a Strat now, like a proper
blues
Strat.
Riffs.
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys don't know Stevie Ray Vaughan, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
You're dumb. You're fucking dumb.
Some of my favorite songs, if you're going for more of like the laid back bluesy kind of thing, Texas Flood is really good. His cover of Little Wing is phenomenal. I just realized I needed to restart the camera, so let's hear a word from our sponsor before I keep going. Thank you for that, Anchor.
And we now return.
Go ahead.
Well, returning to our regularly scheduled programming.
All right, so if you want something that's a little bit more laid back, like I said, a little bit more of like that classic kind of laid back blues. His cover of Little Wing is really good.
Yeah.
Texas Flood is great. There is one I was listening to on the way here. It was
What do you think of Tin Pan Alley?
I was just about to say Tin Pan Alley is the other one that I was gonna say.
It's my favorite Stevie Ray song.
Like though that's just those three I think are the first three that I think of. I think a lot of people think of those for some of his songs.
I think a lot of people think of Pride and Joy.
I was gonna say Pride and Joy. The House Starts a Rockin'. That one is fucking fantastic. And you know what song is actually really good from him that I completely forgot existed? Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah.
It is so good. It has obviously his vocals make any of his songs like it's what makes his songs good. I love his voice with a passion.
Yeah, too bad he died in a helicopter crash.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, at Alpine Valley, Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's one of the artists that was definitely gone way too soon.
Yeah,
like he was one of the few people that I really, really, really wish I could have seen in concert. Like there are some that I can get over.
It's okay. You can always do an Italian accent. It's never racist.
The fuck did that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
I am very confused now. But yeah, so I mean, my artist of the week. This is gonna be a shorter version of the segment. I'll do a little bit more for next week. But my artist has definitely got to be Stevie Ray Vaughan this week. He's just been someone who I've been obsessing over. He's just got the tastiest licks, I swear. So. The fuck was that?
I don't know. I was gonna make fun of you, and then I lost what I was gonna say.
I'm so confused. Help me, guys.
My mission has been accomplished.
Well, okay. All right. So that's the end of my segment for now. We'll call it there. Nathan, how you doing today?
Today, I'm all right, I guess. I'm a little stressed because I have not been blessed in my pockets with the stimulus. Ooh, that was
not good.
That was not too bad.
Those were barely even
not
half rhymes.
Too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too
also known
bad.
as
Not
very
too bad, but not too good. Not too bad, not too good.
It was very bad.
I went to Jewel yesterday and I bought like fucking $53 in Snapple.
Riveting.
Yeah.
Snapple.
What
Why
else?
Snapple?
Because it's the best. Oh, and body armor too. I bought Snapple and body armor.
What kind of body armor?
Peach mango.
Why peach mango? Was it only peach mango?
Yeah, it's just peach mango.
Why only peach mango?
Because I like that flavor.
But there are also many other flavors. Why? in your
Because
mind
I've
did you think
tried
that
the other
only?
flavors and I like peach mango the best. And
But
then
why
when it
not
comes
get
to
a
the
little bit of
Snapple,
variety?
when it comes to the Snapple, I got a 6-pack of mango, a 6-pack of raspberry, a 6-pack of kiwi strawberry, and then I also got 100% pineapple juice freshly squeezed. 2 bottles of that.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You said it was $57.
Yeah. Oh, I got other things as well.
I was gonna say that's a lot of money for just
I got
that.
other things. I got some. What I'm gonna do for dinner tonight, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna be too lazy to do it. Is I'm gonna cook up a steak, and I'm gonna slice it up and put it in a thing of hot and spicy ramen,
Fair enough.
and then also make a hard boiled
I was
egg.
gonna say hard boiled or soft boiled.
Soft boiled.
I was gonna
sorry.
say you
And
gotta
then
do soft boiled for ramen.
Cut that in half.
Yeah,
And
and
drop
then-
it in there.
Yep, and it gets
Yeah.
all gooey and creamy.
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
exactly how you do ramen.
Yeah.
Now, when you make ramen, there's something that I found out nobody else does but me. At least it seems like. Oh, go. What were you?
I boil the water. I take the noodles out of the
Mhm.
water. I empty the water.
Mhm.
I put butter in there. I
Okay.
mix the noodles up. Then I separate the noodles from the
Yeah.
water. I drain them. I
Mhm.
put butter in the back in the pan. Then I put
Mhm.
the water back on the noodles. Then I put this flavoring in there. But I don't put as much water in there. I
Mhm.
put I have a more noodle than broth ratio.
I definitely do that, but
Sometimes when I'm having singular ramen, but when I'm doing this, it's gonna be in a bowl. It's gonna be as authentic as I can.
So what I do is
Spicy.
what I do is I boil the noodles in its own separate little pot. Then I take another pot.
See, I have this cup, like this bowl, ramen, this top
Mhm.
ramen bowl. It's like this big. So it's like the noodles already in there. You just put water in there,
Yeah.
line, microwave it. So I'm gonna do that after
See, I don't
cook my
microwave
steak.
ramen and everything like that. I hate microwave ramen because I can't control the doneness of it, and it's usually not done consistently throughout. Whoa, hey now.
Cloverfield.
Jesus.
Hey now, I'm a rock star. I didn't know my foot was there, and I got played.
No, but what I do is I take the ramen,
Yeah.
I boil it in its own little pot, get another pot, boil that water, put one packet inside of the second non-noodle ramen. Once the noodles are done boiling and they get nice and al dente, throw those in a bowl, get rid of all that starchy water. Then in the second pot while that's boiling with the first flavor pack, because I usually make 2 soups because I'm a big boy.
Yeah, of course.
So then after that gets all boily and hot, I then take about half of the broth, put that in the bowl with the noodles, then do the last flavor packet. So that first set of water, that first little pot of boiling water, I toss that after the noodles are done. Because all that starchiness kills me.
Try mixing the noodles in the butter.
I don't like butter. I don't like
Trust
it being
me,
too creamy.
I've done it doesn't
before.
make it
I don't like
creamy.
it. No, if it gives it like
Have
a
you ever
thickness.
tried? You ever tried making a grilled cheese instead of using butter? Use
mayo?
mayonnaise?
Yeah. Oh, of course. That's the only way I do it now.
Same.
Now, my parents bought me a panini maker for Christmas.
Oh.
And let me tell you, all you need is a little bit of the non-stick spray.
You know what's the best way? Panini. You know what the best way to make a poor man's garlic bread is? Is you take the bottle of I can't believe it's not butter spray. You spray your bread a couple of times. White bread, obviously.
Yeah.
Spray it down. Take some garlic powder and put that on there. And then you take parsley and put that on there.
Oh, I have to do oregano on that.
Oregano, sorry, yeah, oregano. And then you put that on there.
Straight up parsley.
Oregano, and you put that on there, and you pop it in the toaster real quick.
Yeah. Oh, toaster. I'd pop it in the oven.
No, you pop it in the toaster because you got the butter spray on there. So it toasts it real quick, and boom.
What I like to do is
grilled
did I tell you I made
cheese,
brownies the other day?
French toast grilled cheese.
That sounds like hell.
That sounds amazing. I'm gonna make that tonight for dinner.
Did I tell you that I made brownies the other day? Just felt like making brownies. So I literally looked up binging with Babish, and I used his recipe to make the like nice and chewy ones. And I was like 3/4 of the way through, and I realized I didn't have any chocolate whatsoever, like the chopped chocolate or chocolate chips or anything like that. So I'm like, oh well, guess I'm gonna have to make do. So I made these brownies, and they're like almost it almost had like an egg, like you know when you make a fluffier egg kind of consistency, like an omelet, the inside of an omelet.
I haven't had an omelet in like 6 months.
Oh my god. Like it just had a fluffy eggy thing because there's no chocolate to kind of give it the structure again.
Like when you get a folded egg from McDonald's.
Kind of, yeah.
Those
are
so good.
They're good,
dude.
but not when you're going for brownie texture.
You like make them. You know how to make folded eggs?
Yeah,
like that. I don't. I think it's like you like crack the eggs in the pan and then pour milk in there and then like.
Well, I mean, you could just. So if you're looking for like the little folded rectangle thing, then first you would normally whip it first.
You whip it.
And
whip
then
it real
you do
good.
put milk in it. Do you not put milk in your?
No, I do, of course.
I was gonna say, then you should know how to make. All it is you make scrambled eggs.
I really don't
put it
like
in the pan
eggs.
and then fold it over.
I really don't like eggs unless they are in this form: over easy, soft boiled, deviled.
This is wildly radical or radically different variations.
Soft boiled because they go in my ramen.
Okay.
Over easy for breakfast.
Okay.
And deviled because, well, who the fuck doesn't love them some deviled eggs?
Why are you saying it like that?
Because I want some deviled eggs.
Fair enough. I personally like all forms of eggs. You know what I found out is great? So if you want to make an omelet in the morning, just saying, I love omelets. So what I found is my parents have these little like the just crack an egg, those little things that you get for like $1 at Walmart, and it has like ham, peppers, and cheese and shit in there.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I'm about to go to Walmart. I got food stamps.
And you're supposed to crack an egg in it.
I just realized how poor I was.
But you crack an egg in it, and then you're supposed to throw it in the microwave. which microwaved eggs I can't stand.
Oh, I hate them.
So
They're
what I
so
do-
disgusting.
They're gross. They're very gross.
They're so gross.
So what I do,
They turn out. I hate egg whites too.
I like egg whites.
Like if you cook
I had
just
egg
normal.
whites left from when I made the brownies. Oh,
All right, if you make like egg whites just to eat egg whites, and you're not like using it like for like a protein diet or something like that, like I don't know how the fuck you do that.
I made egg whites when
Like,
I had
the
the
only
extra
time-
egg white from my brownie recipe.
The only time
Those are
I'll
pretty
make egg
tasty.
whites
I like them.
is
They're pretty
if
good.
the only time I'll
They're
eat
pretty
egg
good.
whites
I like them.
is
They
if they're
put a
my
little
sunny
hot
side
sauce.
up eggs. I
Hot
keep
sauce is
burping through
great
my
for eggs.
hot sauce is great for anything. I don't know what
That's
the
true.
fuck you're talking about.
Okay, what kind of hot sauce is your favorite?
Ooh.
I already have my answer.
There's different ranges of hot sauce though.
Like one that you would just any meal you can pick up and put on your meal. Like you don't have to be in a specific mood. It's just one that is like a be all. Like you can use it for anything. Like whatever you feel. Cause I got mine without a doubt.
I would have to say Cholula.
See, that's not a bad choice.
Or Sriracha.
I can't do
obviously.
sriracha. Yeah, I can't do sriracha.
Sriracha, not Sriracha.
I don't care.
Sriracha.
I'm not a huge fan, honestly. Like
Sriracha is good.
it's good,
Sriracha,
but it
sriracha.
just it feels like ketchup to me.
See, for
in a
me,
bad way.
I use it with egg. I'll eat it with eggs and noodles.
I won't do okay, I can do it in like mac and cheese, maybe.
Yes,
Like that's fine.
Yes,
But no, my favorite is Louisiana.
Louisiana's good.
Without a doubt. It's very similar
Frank's
to Cholula
is good
though.
too.
Frank's is good for wings.
Frank's is good for ramen as well.
Yeah, that's true. Or like if you make like a pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want a great
Oh.
buffalo sauce,
No, Cholula's good for pizza, my guy.
well, so is Louisiana.
Tabasco. All
Tabasco's
kinds of
great,
hot sauce
yeah.
are good, man.
No, but if you want a great buffalo sauce, I don't know if it's a chain. I don't think it is, but you know Gators, right?
Yeah.
If you guys are from the Chicagoland area or ever in the Chicagoland area, there's a place over on Dundee. Or is it on? No, it's on 12. It's by the intersection of 12 and Dundee.
12 and
but it's on 12.
68. It's at the corner of it's basically 12, US 12 and Illinois 68.
Yeah, which
About
is just
a quarter
Dundee
mile,
and Rand, if you
quarter
wanna
mile
call it.
north from that intersection on
It
the
is the bomb.
Rand on the US 12 side. It's
But-
not open right now for dine
COVID,
in,
obviously.
carry out and delivery, but
But
they
no,
have good wings.
no, not just that, but they sell their wing sauce.
Yeah, I know.
It is so good. That is, if I had to choose any wing sauce, it'd be that. But if I had to choose any hot sauce, it'd be Louisiana.
I would have to go with Cholula hot sauce right now.
But at least the thing is that we're pretty similar at pages because Cholula is very similar to Louisiana.
You know what I made the other day that was really good?
Mm-hmm.
That I kind of used my dad's recipe for. So since I didn't have the hatch chili peppers, I used jalapenos.
Mhm.
I made a jalapeno ranch dressing.
That sounds pretty good.
So I take some ranch. I take about like a quarter cup of ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take 5 jalapenos, cut them up. I grill them up, cut them up, put them in the blender, and then I put like garlic powder and like tons of spices in there. And then I blend it and I gotta admit, put cream cheese in there to make it kind of whip. It's like a dip. It's a jalapeno ranch dip. Like it's like got the consistency of like Dean's
Okay, yeah.
dip. It's so good.
You know what? I actually there seems to be a trend on TikTok recently. Have you seen like everybody
I don't
hating
go
on
on
drinking
TikTok.
milk? No.
Dude, I fucking love milk.
See, I knew you were gonna be
Milk
on that
is the
side.
shit.
I knew you were gonna be on that side.
Bro, I'll go through a whole gallon of I drink whole milk or 2% milk because like fucking fat-free milk.
Well,
disgusting.
that's a crime. But
That's water.
I only do 2% milk. I can't stand whole milk, but I don't drink milk. I hate drinking
I
milk.
drink it like it's fucking going out of style.
When I was like 6, I drank milk.
dude, I
but I
drink it like
cannot
it's
drink
going
milk.
out of style. Like
I
I love
cannot
it.
do it.
Like for me, my drinks of choice when I'm at home are tea, milk, juice, and water.
Coffee, juice, and water. Those are the only 3 things
I
that I
fucking
consume
love
usually.
milk, dude. Oh my god. If anybody has milk that they don't want, like, let me know. I'll fucking take all the milk, bro.
Do you like coffee?
I love coffee, but the coffee that we have, I have a bag of coffee beans from Peru, like straight from Peru. But we don't have a coffee bean grinder here, so I can't do anything with them.
I have a coffee bean grinder.
Oh well, that's good for you. Maybe
no,
you can
but
bring it over and I can use it.
What's your favorite kind of like way of making coffee? Do you just use the coffee machine?
I normally get it from Starbucks.
Oh, so you don't make your own coffee?
I mean, I have to now, but my grandma has coffee here, but it's instant microwave coffee.
I hate that shit. It's
and we
disgusting.
have a coffee press here, so I might start making
like a French press.
yeah.
Do it. I cannot. I know that there are
But I need
easier ways.
I need to
and-
grind my beans.
Well, yeah.
I can go to Mariano's and do that.
There you go.
Oh, I'm going to Mariano's tonight. I can go to
Um,
Mariano's and Food Stamps.
So, I
I
highly recommend if you can to use the French press. It's so simple, and I know there are other ways to make better cups of coffee and everything. But I hated coffee until I got a French press, and ever since then, I have been making coffee through it, and I don't think I've ever made a bad cup from it. It is just the best, you know. So if there's anybody that is like, oh, I don't like coffee, if I can make them a French press and they'll be actually I do have proof that I can do that because I've done it. I had a couple friends and they're like, I said, do you guys like coffee? Because I got super excited. This is right when I first started.
What's the
doing
best
it.
part of waking up?
Is a strong man to hold you by his side and tell you everything's
it's
okay.
Folgers in your cup. Come on, my guy.
Shit.
Best part of waking
I know what the
is Folgers in your cup.
God. So I have a couple friends that they're like, I don't really like coffee. I just drink it to keep me up. I'm like, how do you make your coffee? And they said exactly the same thing, that microwaved instant garbage. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna teach you how to do it. So I made him buy a French press, and I made him buy a bag of coffee. I took him with, and I'm like, here, smell this coffee. How's it smell? Does it smell good? Oh, not really. And you don't like it that much? Here, sniff this one. Sniff this one. Sniff this one. I had him sniff like 10 bags of coffee. Found one that
Man, you turned him into a drug dog.
Yeah. So I found him one that he enjoys. Go ahead.
What's really good, if you don't have a coffee press or like a coffee bean grinder, what I like to do, or if you don't like want to buy incense or candles, what I do is I like slap the shit out of my coffee bag and I shake it around like it's like in it like sage, and my whole house smells like fresh coffee beans. It's fucking amazing. It smells like a coffee house, but it doesn't have that like overpowering smell. It has that fresh, like you take like a deep breath and you get like a nice like whiff of coffee and like, oh man, it's like a calming.
My dad hates the smell of coffee.
Oh, I love I love that
really
smell of
now.
fresh brewed coffee.
Yeah.
As like when you walk into a Starbucks, oh man, I love that smell.
Yeah, that is very good. But so I had him sniff around and be like, okay, this one you actually like. He's like, yeah. So I took him home, and I'm like, let me make you guys a good cup of coffee. And what's funny is the coffee that he chose was actually my first bag. Like it was the same kind of coffee. So I'm like, oh, I know how this is. I know how good it's gonna be. So I'm like, how do you take your coffee? And they had like a French vanilla creamer that they took too. So we had that, made him a cup of coffee. Oh, and they also wanted to put Hershey syrup in it, like kind of like
Dude,
a mocha.
that's fucking good.
I
That's
don't like
a hobo
chocolate
coffee.
sauce. I don't like chocolate sauce, so but I
Put a
made it
little
for 'em.
drop in there.
I made it for them, and they're like, "Oh my god!" They're like, "This is good."
I like my coffee black, depending on where it's from.
I don't
But
really
other
drink
than that,
black
like,
coffee too
I like
much
a
anymore.
spoon of sugar and a fuck ton of cream.
What I do is
Half
I
and
will I get one of those 28-ounce like the mugs, like the thermos mugs. I will make a French press, which I believe is 3 cups.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, might only be 2. It's 2, we'll call it 2. Put that in there, throw a bunch of ice in there, and then fill up. I put agave syrup in there, which I found out I really like because it's not
Agave syrup?
Yeah, or agave nectar. Agave
I was
nectar.
gonna say.
Not syrup. Well, it's practically syrup.
The same
I mean, it's the
thing!
same shit. But I do that, and then I put I fill up the rest with like milk. I don't even do I do almond milk actually. Almond milk with it
Dude,
is
if
so nice.
if you put water in your coffee, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, I don't
Bro,
even.
why is that called
like-
an Americano? It's 3 cups. It's like 3
Well, no,
cups.
no, no, no. You know what Americano is?
Water.
You know what Americano is? It's when you do an espresso and do water.
What?
So it's watered down espresso because the whole idea behind it was that American soldiers in France would do that because the espresso being watered down would give them that more of a homey taste. Like it would taste like coffee at home versus a strong ass shot of espresso. So that's why they did that.
I love espresso.
I actually have an espresso maker. I have no idea how to use it. Like I have one of the like countertop coffee makers.
Right.
It has an espresso machine and a milk frother. I've used the milk frother once while I was drunk. So I have no idea.
I think I'm gonna do the reveal at the end.
Okay. We're pretty much there. Once I finish up my coffee talk. But yeah, I have no idea how espresso machines work. I just have one that I also got for Christmas. So yeah, guys, get a French press. They're like $10 and a bag of coffee. It is life changing. So Nate, you did something. What was it, yesterday or 2 days ago?
2 days ago. No, it was yesterday.
You did something yesterday,
So
which would be
Tuesday.
Tuesday for you guys listening. You didn't do something intentionally at first,
Yeah.
but it led to something. Do you want to give like the backstory behind it first?
All right. So what happened was, as you guys know, I've been talking for a few weeks about how much I've needed a haircut and how
Which I do as well, so I understand the feeling.
it's been bothering me like crazy. And so yesterday I decided to cut my own hair. And in the midst of that, I fucking sneezed. And I fucked up and cut a huge patch of hair in the side of my head. So at first I tried to fix it by giving it to Skrillex. And then I fucked that up. And so I just decided, you know what? To hell with it. And then I just fucking completely shaved my head. So there's that. It's really weird. It's gonna look so
It's
weird
nice,
on
though.
camera.
Isn't it nice though? It's comfortable.
I look like it is comfortable. You know that guy guy that's been like kind of a meme. He's got like the circular piano around him.
Yeah.
I look like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
I also look like, instead of Mr. Worldwide, I look like Mr. Stuck Inside.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, I look like,
It doesn't look too bad. It'll take some getting used to for sure.
someone told me I look like Patrick Stewart. I look like, my head, it looks like a jelly bean. Like,
I mean, to be fair, that's accurate.
yeah, it looks like a jelly bean.
But Patrick Stewart is a distinguished man.
And
that,
you can like,
you
if
fuck 'em.
you can't see it on the
What?
camera, but you can see it. Like you can,
Oh, yeah,
see my
absolutely.
hairline. And like,
you might actually be able to see it better with the lighting on the camera.
oh really? Yeah, and you can
Possibly.
see how like terrible it actually is.
Mhm.
How back it actually goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Who knows? It might be a look. I had a guy at work who had the same thing where he was actually like legitimately like comb over balding.
I mean, I was getting there.
But you weren't as bad yet. Like I just told him, if you want to shave your head, I'll shave my head too, because I've shaved my head so many times. I think when we started the podcast, my head was shaved.
Yeah, I think so.
At least it was very, very short from growing in. But I'm like, dude, I'll shave my head with you.
It definitely feels weird to like wear a hat.
Yeah.
This morning, I'm not gonna lie, I woke up and forgot I had shaved my head. And when I went into the bathroom, I was going into the bathroom to pee. I didn't even make it to the toilet to pee. I had to change my underwear this morning, so that was that. So if you shave your head, don't like
piss
have
yourself.
like a really good night's sleep, because you're gonna forget that you shave your head. Unless, I mean, oh, look at this.
Look at the difference in the hair. Mine's a fucking like bush that needs to be trimmed. His is just he's like Rufus. This is a perfect
I
representation.
look like what happens after a prescribed burn.
Oh my god, this is exactly what I was talking about before. I can't remember what episode it was, but my intro said that you were a more feminine Rufus the Naked Mole Rat. Now it's more accurate. I think that was like the first episode when we started saying that I was gonna start doing the cold opens. That was like my
a
first
squirrel
one.
with cancer.
All right, guys, this has been the Floor Chapstick podcast. Thanks for sticking around. Bye.
Red Zero, what are you talking about?